Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Lori, I made us some green tea.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah.
I can have some. That's enough for me. Thank you. That's so good.
Yeah, I like that that brand of tea. It has a real rich green tea flavor to it. So what we're going to do today, Lori, we're going to be talking to our friends here, and we're going to discuss what it costs us to live month to month. And the way we determine that is we log everything that we spend. So if I'm out, say away from Lori, and I go have breakfast and that, I'll come home and make a note and give it to Lori that I spent, say 100 pesos for lunch and 10 pesos for a tip. And then if Lori's out and with her girlfriends and stuff like that, she has lunch and stuff. So she can come home and then she'll log it. So we accumulate all this information and then we average it over. In this particular case, it's a 2-month period.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes you spend less, sometimes you spend more. And you don't have to spend like we spend. We spend like crazy.
Yeah, in saying that this is our cost of living here. Yours could be cheaper. And I'm going to explain that, and I'm going to break them up into little sections. So as an example, we have a car. So I'm going to separate that cost because you may be living down here and you don't need a car. So you would not put that as an expense. You just keep it out. And also at the end of the video, I'm going to say what it costs for a single person to live down here. And of course, everything that we're logging is what we spend.
Yeah, this is for 2, not for 1. Yeah.
Okay, so I made some notes, Lori.
Okay, so.
And we'll go down here. So since this is your category in here, home supplies. So
Yeah, home supply, like we buy like a laundry soap or detergent or, you know, like toilet paper, towel paper, body soap, shampoo, everything for the home supply, you know, cleaning supply. That include everything. It's about $40 a month. And also, we have a house cleaning.
everybody needs a maid. To come to Mexico, hey, it's reasonable, and you can have a maid. This particular maid that we have had, how long have we had Elma?
Oh, we have more than 8 years now. House cleaning is about $250 a month.
Yeah, we're generous with it. People don't quite pay that much money, you know, one day a week. So we love her, and she feels part of the family.
I'm a house cleaning myself, right? But I'm retired. I don't want to do the work.
Okay, now we have cellular phones, Lori. You have a cellular phone?
Yeah, my cell phone is cost me 200 peso a month. That means it costs about $10. Or now it's $12 a month. And also Jerry has his cell phone. So total 2 cell phones is cost us about $30 a month.
Yes, can you imagine that, $30 a month for our cell phone? And that also, what's great about it, Lori, it gives us our internet if I'm out.
Yeah. And then also the program we used to call Canada, US, and Mexico, it's free unlimited call. So that's in that cost.
Yeah, so, well, let me know in the comments, make a comment. Tell us what you're paying for your cell phone. And I get about 5 gigabytes a month on that too. So I'm very happy with their service. Okay, the next category here is utilities. And what are the utilities that we pay for? Well, we have, first of all, we have in there Wi-Fi, and it's a package deal. So in our phone system here, we get the house phone, we get Wi-Fi, we get internet, and all of that. And that, for that service a month, is $25. And so the next one here would be propane gas. So the house is we use propane gas. And so the propane gas is $25. Now remember, this is an average. Another one is our water. We have a water bill, and $25 a month for the water bill. And then take all those numbers. So we're talking about utilities, roughly $75. Let me know what you're spending for utilities. Now, we don't have an air conditioner, huh, Lori?
No, we don't need air conditioning.
Yeah. So you may be living in an area where you need air conditioning 24 hours. We don't. The windows are open right now. We're getting a nice, gentle breeze here. And so let us know what you spend on your utility bills. Okay, Lori, we got entertainment. Why don't you take over entertainment?
Well, entertainment, like we go out, see the movie, or we go see the show, or see the dancing, something like that. So it costs us about $70 a month.
And remember yesterday, right? So we went to the movies. That was a kick. I mean, I've never been in a movie theater like that. The chairs lay down, people walk around and bring you popcorn or drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking in Ahic they have a place like that.
Oh yeah, that's really. We didn't go to the movie for 5 years. This is the first time we go back to the movie. So we get a lounging, lay-back chair, So it was so fun.
Yeah, that was fun. But with tips, so it's maybe we're walking down the street and we see somebody that is handicapped, and maybe they're in a wheelchair, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we give them a tip. Sometimes the parents are sitting in front of a grocery store and maybe they're selling vegetables and stuff like that. And a lot of times we don't need the vegetables, but we'll give them a tip.
That's you. You buy the vegetable from this person and to give to another person.
Yeah.
That we call it a tip.
Yeah, that's right.
The gift.
Yeah. So you buy it at the store. I buy let's say the green beans, and then I find somebody I can give it to, but I log it as a tip.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. We keep track of all that stuff. So the tips are $80. The other thing that I wanted.
It's not a real tip. It's a gift.
I mean a gift. Okay, gift. Thank you. Another thing about the gift, we have a program through Patreon where people will give us a donation and who want to support our YouTube channel. And that may interest you if you feel you'd like to. Just check it out. It's in the comments down below, a link to that Patreon account. But the money that we receive from that account, we take it and we double it. So if they give us $5, we also kick in $5. Now we have $10. And so in that, we give it to the food bank, which helps the poor families here in Mexico. Just because the pandemic has passed, majority of it has passed, it doesn't mean that the people still need help. Because these people, they don't have proper medical care, they don't have the proper food, they don't have proper work and everything else. So we want to help them out. So with your donation, if you feel you would like to do that, we're not pocketing it, we're not trying to better our lifestyle, we give it away. So in your name, we give it away too. Now, this particular cycle, our clothing was quite high.
Lori like to go shopping. I like to make like a craft fair or, the clothing. I buy some fabric and make my own clothes, or sometimes I see the clothes, I like it, I cannot make it, I buy that. Actually, like I can't make a shoe.
No, we have to buy shoes.
We have to buy a shoe or sandal, both of us.
Yeah, so that line item was $250 for this. Food prices to you, that's your department.
Yeah, the food price is going up. I don't know how to make a percentage, but it's going up. Oh, thank you. And also, I have my own garden too. If I buy everything, from the market or from the store, that's going to cost me more. But this is a home food. It's all kind of food we buy and we bring home and cook it. It costs us about $450 a month. That's a lot for us. But
That's just what it is.
It is what it is.
So we don't eat the cheapest. Remember, you probably can eat it for cheaper than that. And I'm curious, what do you actually know? See, most people don't realize they don't track their expenses, and so they want to come down and they want to retire, but they don't know what it's going to cost for that. That's why we make these videos, to help you to understand what our cost is and maybe give you a little parameters. And so the restaurant in this particular time was $380. Mail service. We have a mail service. We actually have two mail services. We have one in the States and we have one down here. And that was $30. So what I'm going to show you here, this is everything that we've talked about. Okay, and the grand total of that, now you like my high technology, handwritten paper. I like paper. Okay, the total of this expense for the month is $1,655, okay? But I don't have rent in there, and I'll explain that at the end of the video, how that works there. So that would give you an idea for, home supplies, a maid, phone services, utilities, entertainment, clothing, food, restaurants, and mail service. Okay, $1,655. Okay.
Well, if you're willing to clean your own house, you don't have to pay, $250 a month. So you save that money too.
And that $250, you're definitely going to be able to save on that. Our situation is different.
Yeah.
But then the next line item, what we come over here, is doctors. Okay, so Lori and I both go annually to different doctors. We have dermatologists, we have gynecologists, we have cardiologists, we have a regular practitioner, we have whatever, all the doctors and lab work that we need to do here. So just the doctor part of that for the two of us for this cycle was $150. Okay. And then the meds, okay, the meds can vary. And all I can say is that if you're trying to calculate your medication, if you're up in the States and you're getting Medicare, well, you're going to get a better rate. But you cannot bring down drugs, and you cannot have it mailed down, drugs from your doctor to your home down here. Immigration will not let you mail in any drugs. They'll turn it away. So you're going to have to buy your drugs down here. So as an example, so maybe this would help you out. We spend on this cycle $80 for drugs, okay? So you may be spending, $20 for drugs up north in North America, but maybe if you want to put that in a line item, to be careful, maybe put, $50 to $80 in there. And then when you get down here, then you can go to a pharmacy and ask what the drug costs are. Another thing, our lab work, what we mentioned is that because we went to the doctors, we had to get lab tests. We always get a lab test before we go see a doctor. That was $100. Let me separate that for you. So that line item is $330, okay? Okay, the next thing in there is computer repair. Don't have a computer, may not have to do it. And it was $25. Because we have a car, that's gasoline for the car, is $50. Car washes. I like the car to be washed and clean.
Of course, yeah. We don't wash the own car.
No. Yeah, so we feel cheap. It's $20, and that I can get 4 car washes from that. Okay. Now, car insurance. So, in other words, this is an average over a year. It costs us $50 a month. Also, Lori mentioned that she has a garden. Well, the garden supplies, which would be compost, fertilizers, and maybe she gets a pod or she gets a plant in that. Another line item that you probably aren't going to have this. Lori has another hobby besides gardening, is sewing, and you're sewing.
It's on and off. Average about $30.
$30 a month, so in that. Okay, so now again, that line item over here, that was $215. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's add up all 3 of those line items. Okay. So that comes to $2,200. That's what we spent. Yours can be different. Okay. But
okay.
go ahead.
I just like to talk. That's not include the rent.
No rent in that, okay?
No rent.
And remember, I'll get to that at the end of the video here.
Okay.
So what I'm showing you here is that the first line item that I talked about, which was all of our living expenses, food and maid and utilities, remember that was $1,655. Then the next line item I talked about was doctors, medication, and lab work. That was $330. And then the next category I talked about car, gardening, and sewing, and that was $215. So the grand total in this area is $2,200 for everything. And again, look down below. We haven't talked about rent yet. We're going to do that real shortly right now.
Oh, Jerry, why don't you tell them about your service? Take people around for about a week or, a day, something like that.
Yeah, okay. So what it is here is I have a relocation program, and it's for one day. And I will pick you up at your hotel. I will show you this area. It's about a 20-mile run along the lake, all the different little villages. We'll talk about medical care. We'll look at areas that you may want to live in and you may not want to live in. One couple came down here and they had put down payment on a house, and we went and we looked at it, and they wanted it to be a quiet environment, and it wasn't. It was very noisy and everything. Luckily, we looked at it because it was still in the construction phase, and they were able to back out of it. That would have been really a terrible thing. So that's some of the stuff that we will cover in there. Maybe it's an area where it floods and you don't want to live in there or buy in there or rent in there. And I'll explain those things. So, well, the other thing is I want you to know I'm not a real estate agent and that. And so, but I'll be showing you things, and in other words, I think that's an advantage because I'm not prejudiced. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to give you an open observation of what is going on down here, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so that service is available. At the end of the video, you will see a little box that pops up and it says book. If you touch on it, there'll be two services that you can book. One will be a phone consultation, and that's a 50-minute phone consultation. Or you can book the relocation service and click on that, and I'll get back with you with the price and how that program works in detail. Now let's look at this slide here. Now you can take away from that $2,200 base. If you don't have a car, our expenses for a car is between $120 a month to $150 a month. Our doctor is $330 a month. Gardening and sewing is $70 a month. So take away what you don't need, and that's going to give you a better idea of what it's going to cost you here. Now, our expenses is $2,200 a month. That's no rent in that amount. Now, let's take that $2,200 a month as a base. Now you would need to add rent. So let's just say your rent is going to be $600 a month. So that means your expenses are going to be $2,800 a month, or annually it's going to be $33,600 a year to live here in Mexico. And that is full-time, year-round living here. So let's say you have more Social Security or income. So your base, remember, we're taking $2,200 a month. That's our base. Now you're going to pay rent. That'll be your rent. You'll be needing about $3,000 a month or $36,000 a year to live here annually. Overall, and very realistically, these are the breakdowns of what it probably would cost you. So as a single person, you're looking at $1,800 to $2,200 a month. The average couple will spend between $2,500 a month to $3,000 a month, or annually between $30,000 to $36,000, and that's living here year-round. Well, this gives you an idea of what we spend, and that. Now, the reason I don't put the rent in there is because our rent or our house expense, may be different than yours, okay? So somebody comes down and they want to spend $300 a month for rent, and somebody else comes down and they says, No, I want a luxury. I want to really live, and I want to spend $1,800 or $1,000 or $2,500. Okay, so that's how come we don't put that in. Yours could vary.